Welcome back. Oh man, I lost my train of thought already.
You lost your energy.
We are back.
We are back, excited to be here with another special guest, somebody who has quickly become very near and dear to us, and brings a lot of energy, right? So this is actually a man who sold me, and I'm almost scared to say this because I was the first person to raise my hand when he did his, and I'm like never that guy.
You're giving out way too much information.
Am I?
Let me introduce him first, and
Before you do that, hold on.
Go ahead.
Before you do that, where we at?
we are in the Good Vibes room.
My favorite place.
The room where we talk about things that you guys need. We talk about the things that the world needs, what is happening in the mortgage world. And without further ado, let me introduce you to a friend of ours, our special guest we brought to you this afternoon. He is full of life. He brings energy, and as you will see it momentarily for yourselves. First, let me introduce him. Then I'll start. So his name is Scott Gass. He is one of the 7 national speakers with Tony Robbins. Before starting with Tony Robbins, he was in the United States Air Force. He's a speaker internationally. He's been throughout Asia and Europe. So Scott, thank you so much for giving us your time this afternoon. Please tell us what you do, where you come from, how long you've done this, and what makes you happy.
Awesome. Well, it's good to be in the positive vibes room, of course, with positive vibes. So I've been with Tony Robbins Group for about a decade now, and I love it. So I'm actually one of 5 now national speakers for Tony Robbins. We're peak performance strategists or national speakers, and what we simply do is we go around every single day. We talk to groups, and we share a mission or a message on how we can be able to maximize experience of life. And then we offer the opportunity to go see Tony Robbins live in front of groups to be able to have that Tony Robbins breakthrough experience.
Awesome. Leon, this is your turn to say that you were the first one to do what?
Sign up to go see Tony. When Scott came down to see us the first time, he did his presentation, and I was the first person to shoot my hand up. And now I like personal development stuff. And I'll be the first to admit, Tony Robbins is not my cup of tea, typically, right? But whatever it was your energy, the information you spewed out that day.
Well,
I got
leaders
an
go
itch.
first. Be proud.
Yeah,
Be
I got
proud.
an itch in my elbow, and it just shot my hand up. I don't know what it was, but I took it, and I was there.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
so I want to kind of, grow on what you just said. So you're not a big fan of his, and Scott, you've seen other individuals who probably have expressed themselves saying that, you know what, Tony's not for me, right? I'm sure you see it, day in and day out. Tell us, how do you overcome that objection when they're like, I don't think I'm going to do this. I don't think I have the time for it, or I don't think Tony is going to give me information I already know. So how do you overcome that objection, and how do you make turn those no's into yeses? Do we?
Well, sales and influence and persuasion is usually the analogy is you got to be able to kind of kill the elephant up front. So as a sales professional, you're going to know what the objections are going to be as a customer or for client, and then the idea is to be able to kill the objection up front by stories and examples and teachings. So we know our main objection we get is usually no time, no money, or like you said, Erlis, the belief system that it may not work for me because I've done events like this in the past, or even the internal belief is that people may not actually take any action after the event. Then what do you do now? To Tony Robbins, I invest myself, I'm in the same place as I was before, and that quite frankly sucks. So people don't want to do that. So we try to kill it up front, and then for most people who have the experience of these events aren't for me, or these events don't work for me, usually never had the experience, right? So experience trumps knowledge every single day of the week, right? So most people speak not knowing what the experience is like, and they're just hearing from friends or the hallucination of what it's like too.
Tell us a story of someone who actually was pessimistic, and you turn that mindset around. He did join Tony Robbins, and then his life changed.
Okay, I got tons of stories like that. There's one. So I was in Northern California. I was living in the San Francisco Bay Area. This is 2013, and I'm out doing my tour. Speaking to a financial group in Northern California, and the whole office is pretty exciting, small office. They wanted to go. This one girl, her name was Robin. She just didn't want to go. She was just like, I'm very pessimistic, skeptical. So I kept on her. Finally got her to go to the event. And she went to the event and completely just took a hold of it. She just loved it. So she went to the event, broke through the event, started crewing and working the event, met her husband at the event, and now fast forward to 2022, where we are now. She lives up the street from me in the Tampa Bay area with her and her husband, both running $1 million businesses, and they contribute Tony to most of their success.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful story.
Yeah. So she didn't want to go, and then she went, and she just went for it. Went to all the programs, crewed, went full out. We got tons of stories like that, but you never know where people are going to.
From pessimism to love and prosperity, just like that, one event.
Just
well,
like,
I'm assuming.
it's similar to the world we live in. Similar to the world we live in as far as the mortgage world.
Yeah,
We have people that want to buy a home and they're unhappy where they're at, and now we give them the keys to a new home so they can raise their families. Call something their own. So we change lives.
The renters that think they can never buy.
Right.
We can make that happen for you.
We make dreams come true.
Every day.
We make it happen every day.
Every day.
So it's an awesome feeling. I know it. I'm a homeowner myself, and I personally will be joining Tony Robbins this November the 3rd, right? November 3rd, the 6th here in West Palm Beach. So I'm growing to become a fan of his.
Can I build upon what you said?
Go right ahead.
I mean, because you guys are like me every day, because what we're doing, we're both, all four of us here, what we're doing every day is we're battling people's belief systems, right? So for your business, they're getting their mortgage information and real estate information, what they see on CNN, right? So every single day, you got to kind of battle their beliefs that they created from their news or from their neighbor, or they hear from other people about how bad it is to buy today. But we all know the truth is it's actually a great time to buy today.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so you're like going to me, I'm going to battle people's negative belief systems and fears and excuses every single day. You got to do the same thing.
We're in the same war as you are.
Yeah.
We're fighting the same battle as you
Yeah.
are. You know, it's not my time. It's not today. The market is different. The prices are a little bit higher than they were the year before. So we're trying to change the mindset. And again, this is the number one reason why I want to, join Tony Robbins, to kind of, think in those terms.
Right.
How I make those no's into yeses. So that's what I'm gonna get out of the whole session. So
Definitely.
I am very happy that you took some time away from your busy schedule to be here with us and share with us your beliefs and how you've changed people's worlds and lives. Do you have any?
Definitely. So, Scott, one of the things that Erlis and I pride ourselves in is bringing value to our partners and our clients at a free value.
Mm.
If you give anybody one piece of advice, life, prosperity, work, whatever it can be, what would that be right now?
Oh wow! I think it's pretty big. Right? Well, I think and you guys hear it as well as I do. Out in the marketplace, just human beings. A lot of people are having trouble getting out of bed and aren't focused, aren't excited, aren't pumped up, and aren't really doing things they like to do. So I think in our current time right now, I think a lot of people just need to be able to rediscover their hunger. Their hunger for life, their hunger for their business, their hunger for relationships, their hunger for becoming more. So I think it's most people is just because of COVID and then the current economic situation, people are just kind of not hungry as they used to be.
Right.
Yeah.
And we see it too in our end as well.
Yeah.
Right. So good.
So all our agents out there, stay hungry.
Stay hungry, or thirsty.
Thirsty,
Either way.
Drink
Right?
water.
Yeah. So awesome, folks. Again, you met Scott here with us. He represents Tony Robbins. He's an amazing talker, or I'm sorry, not talker. I'm gonna say an amazing representative who expresses himself, with sincerity about his beliefs and Tony's beliefs. And again, I'm gonna join Tony Robbins in November. One last thing I wanted to say. How do we get a hold of you?
Well, I mean, you can find me on Instagram, Scott Goss, Facebook, or probably just old fashioned text or call, through cell phone.
Perfect.
Erlis, how do they find us?
So the best way to find us, again, is to go through our website. It's mvmgrp.com, and that's where you find my information, Leon's information, Chabely's information. So feel free to reach out to us by the website. Anything for closing?
I think for closing arguments, we need a piece of advice from Chabely.
I was going to ask the same thing. I was going to say her number one sales tip.
Yeah. Chabely, if you gave one piece of advice to our clients or our partners out there, what would it be? Other than I would kill Leon if I could right now in this moment.
I have something to say. I have a lifeline. Can it be a lifeline? Yeah, can I give her a lifeline? Good. So what I would say is trust. Trust Erlis. Trust Liam. Trust Scott. Because what we do and what we say, it comes from the heart. We help you. Now, we give you the knowledge that you need. We provide you with the tools that you need to become a homeowner or to build your confidence, and everything else that you need to become powerful, for yourself and whoever's following. Trust. That's a big word.
Yeah, trust.
There we go.
See?
There you go. Good advice.
Thank you, Leon, for putting me on the spot.
We love it. That's why we're here. We're here to grow together, to push each other, and it's all love.
And we do this while having fun.
Should we share some maybe influence tips while we have a minute, or do we
go right ahead?
Let's do it.
I think we're going down something cool. So talking about influence for your situation and for my situation and for most people out there that are in sales or entrepreneurship, Tony's been teaching this for many years. It's kind of cool. And what he teaches that if two people are in rapport, there's trust and there's a friendship or relationship with two people, that could be, you talking to a potential client or me talking to a potential client as well. The person with the most certainty in the situation usually influences the other. So it's going to be your certainty of why now is a great time to get a mortgage, or their certainty of why now is not a great time to get a mortgage, right? So what happens is, in our world today, I think we have to be able to generate a sense of certainty in uncertain times. So when it's crazy and scary out there, we have to be able to get a new sense of confidence and certainty in ourselves, and also what we are able to represent or offer a client to be able to make sure it's going to be able to hit better and influence better.
So my takeaway from that is let us be the professional and lead.
Oh, yep.
Right.
But you got to position yourself as a professional, right? That positioning is very important, right? And be able the image of the professional too, and perception is reality. And then just being able to be just so concise and so clear on what you present too. Because so the more certainty with what you present, it's going to be more powerful. And that's probably where it comes down to. Most people in sales and business don't even have a script they're following today. They're all over the place, right? A script is something that can help you be able to get certainty and help you know what you're going to say before you say it. So having certainty in what you say can be able to influence people as well. Like with definiteness, like this will change your life. Now is the best time to get a mortgage, right? This could be the best time of the year for you to be able to get this rate. So like saying stuff with certainty statements can be able to benefit too.
Absolutely.
So it comes down to trust.
Trust too.
Believe them.
Trust.
And build their confidence.
Yeah.
I think they all go hand in hand. I think time is up for us.
Yeah.
Folks, thank you again for your time. This is just like Leon said, this is episode number 8 for us. It's been an absolute pleasure to be giving you all this information. I will have more guests in the near future. Until then, we'll see you soon.